All right, guys. This is Official Chief FX, and in today's class, we'll be talking about MSNR key levels and how to identify them in the market. So yeah, the few key levels I labeled. So this on the first row we have the A classic level. You can see it, the A classic level, which consists of a bullish candle and a bearish candle. So as you can see, it's an A level on the line chart. If you go to the line chart, you see that this is an A level. This bullish and a bearish candle becomes an A level. Then we also have a V level, which consists of a bearish and a bullish candle. That's the V there. Then we have the open and close key levels. And let's go to the live chart and let's identify those key levels. Let me delete all the stuff here. So on the live chart, as you can see here, we have what the V level, which consists of a bearish and a bullish candle. So this becomes the V level. If you go to the line chart, you see there's a V there. So the A level, just like I labeled, consists of what? A bullish and a bearish candle. So this is a bullish and a bearish candle. So if we go to the line chart now, let me mark it out. So you can see there's an A level there. Then the open and close key level can be used as both support and resistance. So when we have two candles printing side by side, two the same candles, that becomes an open and close. This is an open and close for a sell, and it can be used for a support or for a resistance. And let's look for a bullish open and close. So this is a bullish open and close key level here. This is an open and close key level, and this is also an open and close key level here. What's wrong with my mouse? For a bullish candle, and this is also an open and close key level. So if you go back to the label, you see that. So you can understand them better and get used to them on the live chart. So this is the open and close key level, and this is the V level, and this is the A level. These are the key levels you need before we dive into MSNR fully. So we have other key levels, which is called the imbalance. I don't want to bore you with that now. So when it comes to MSNR, we also have what we call ROBS and how to identify a valid ROBS and SBR. So what's an ROBS? ROBS is a resistance broken downward support. If you see it you can see it on the live chart. A resistance is an E level. If you go back, a resistance is an E level. So this is an A level broken used as a support. Support is what? A V level. You can see a support is a V level. So how can you identify a valid RBS, resistance broken on support? You can see a resistance candle was formed, and on that resistance level, that level was used once before this engulfing candle came to break it, became fresh, and that same level was retested and used again for the buy. So opposite for the SBR, SBR is support that has been used, broken, turned fresh, and came back to use that support for the sell to take out this low. So you can see support is what? A V level, broken, downward resistance. That is what that is the illustration of this candle. So all you need to do is to get used to these patterns, candlesticks, and key levels on the live chart. Then we have another one called the fresh and unfresh key levels, how to identify fresh and unfresh key levels. So for instance, this is an A level, which I've already told you guys that A level consists of a bullish and a bearish candle, and that level is fresh. This is our fresh key levels. So this level is fresh, and how to identify if it's on fresh, if that level has been used. Let's say for instance, you can see this example here. The next candle came to weak it and close below that level. As long as you're seeing a wick on that level, it means that that level has been used. So this is my second example for what? For a support. A support consists of a bearish and a bullish candle. This line here is a support. You can see that market engulf it. This is a bearish engulfing candle to the downside. It means that that level is still fresh. When a full body candle close on any key level, that level is still fresh. This is the example here. This is another illustration. This is a support that was used once. When this candle came to use this support, it was on fresh. This other candle weak it became on fresh. But when this candle closed in between that zone, became what? Fresh again. So that's why you see me label it fresh, fresh. So this is the only on fresh level that we have here. And for this level to become fresh, we need a bullish or any candle, be it bearish or bullish, to close with a body to that zone. Then it means that this zone is still fresh for us to use again. So let's go to the live market and use one or two examples. I'm a very practical person, so let me delete all these ones. So as you can see, this is a support level, right? Now that the market has used that zone, this zone is no longer fresh for us to use again. So the only fresh level we have is we still have this fresh support level that has not been used or mitigated, as the case may be. And this is an open and closed key level that has been used for what? For resistance, as a resistance. This is an open and closed key level. You can see that market mitigated it, use it for what? For as a resistance. You can see this is an A level. So these are the levels you need to practice. So how can you identify? So if we want to use this zone again, we are expecting this bullish candle to print to close above it with a full body. It means that this open and close key level that has been used once can still be used again. It becomes fresh, so it means that we can use it for a support, a continuation to the upside, or we can still use it as a resistance to the downside. So this is how you can identify fresh and unfresh key levels. Let's say, for instance, this is a support level here. This is my illustration on RBS and SBR. You can see this is a support level, a V level. You can see that when market used it, it was now on fresh. And you can see that when this bearish engulfing candle, it engulfed it to the downside with a full body, that zone became fresh and was used as what? A resistance. You can see when price came to that zone and used it for the sell. So if you go to the line chart, this is the diagram, exactly what I drew. You can see this is a V level, support, broken, turn what? Resistance, be it an A level. So this is how it's going to look like. So if you go to my illustration above, you will see SBRO, support, broken, turn, resistance above. Above us. So look at support, broken, turn, resistance at the other side. So that's the diagram. You can see support used once, broken, and turn what? Resistance to the downside. I don't know what's wrong with my mouse. So we have a lot and a lot of key levels and how to master them. I'm here to give you a confirmation and what you need to see before you can enter the market. So you can see perfect from my illustration. So then we have another one called, I think we've talked about SBR, RBS, open and close key level, fresh and unfresh key levels. Then we have the next one should be storyline formation. Now, when it comes to storyline, we have our four key time frame that we trade from as an MSNR trader. For me, I trade from the monthly to the weekly to the daily to the 4 hour. 4 hour is my last bull stop. Then 2 hours, 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 5 minutes becomes my POI, point of interest, where I can enter key levels and time frames where I can enter the market, where I use for my entry. So now, when it comes to storyline, you can see this is a support level. This is a key level on its own. This is the daily candle. You can see that daily is reacting from this support level here, which is the V level. And when you get something like that, you go to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, if you can spot when 4 hour is breaking open and close key level or this high here. This is a resistance level. This is an A level that 4 hour took out. It engulfs it. This is a confirmation that daily market is bullish. And this is my next illustration. You can see that daily is reacting from an open and close key level, and 4 hour engulf it and broke. You can see there's a break of structure here. It means that a bearish storyline has been created. Now, there's a note here which states that a bullish story end when a bearish storyline is formed on the same daily time frame. It means that, let's say, for instance, we are bullish. We have gotten a bullish confirmation here on this day, and we are buying the market. Let's say the next day candle, we saw this kind of formation where daily is rejecting above from the resistance level and gave us a bearish confirmation. It means that this bullish storyline has ended because a bearish storyline has been formed on that same bullish time and daily time frame. So a bearish storyline has also been formed on that same bullish time and bullish what's it called, on that same daily time frame. Sorry, guys. So it means that we should be looking for a sell instead of buying. So this buying has stopped. So we are looking for more sales in the market. So the other one on the list is I think QM, where I talked about QM. So for a buy, we have three type of QM that I use. This one, you can study this structure. What is a QM? A QM forms when it's a reversal of a trend. Let's say market is selling and you're seeing this formation when we have our high here, our low, and our lower low, and this becomes our high. Then this becomes what inducement liquidity for us to take the buy from either from the QM or from this last support level. Then we have another structure which I call the QM structural liquidity. The same formation. This is a low, this is a high, this becomes lower low, and this becomes our high. Then with one break of structure. Then you wait from this line here is called the Quasimodo line. This is the QM line. This becomes structural liquidity. I labeled everything. These are for buys. Then we have this other structure here, which I call the QM engineer liquidity. You can see we have our low, our high, our lower low, and our high. And this is the engineer liquidity. Then we took the buy from the QM, or you can take the buy. If the QM line is closer to your sweep or your support level, then you can take it directly and your stop loss should be below this strong low here, or swing low, whichever you want to call it. So opposite for a sell, opposite for a sell. So this is the structure. So we have a lot when it comes to MS scenario and how to master them. So you can do it to reach out to me on YouTube, TikTok. My name is Official Chief FX on TikTok. So do it to follow, like. This is the first, these are the introduction. These are the things you need to study, you need to know before we get into the real deal when it comes to MSNR, confirmation entry, sectional trading, and also what's called market structure. So this, I will be dropping my mic here. So see you guys next time.